I've written a lot about Medicare DisAdvantage on my Facebook page, and I thought if I made a video, maybe it would have a lot more resonance with people. I'm speaking up on this because of what I learned over this last year with my own father. So that's why I wanted to share with you. So please know that I'm not an expert. I do not sell insurance. I want you to take my claims to your insurance professional so that you can make a good decision and not run into any of the pitfalls that we ran into if you're still able to switch from Medicare Advantage to regular Medicare. This video is for regular folks who sign up for Medicare Advantage. It's not for people on company plans who don't have a choice, although you will run into some of the same pitfalls mentioned in this video. However, your deductibles and copays may be less. So why do I call it Medicare DisAdvantage, and why do I even care? Why do I even want to make this video? First of all, I had a great insurance agent, and he outlined all the pitfalls, and it made it kind of a no-brainer for my husband when he was signing up. We learned a lot. And second, I wanted to help folks avoid the pitfalls that we went through last year, which personally shocked me. For the younger folks out there, there are two flavors of Medicare. Regular Medicare, which is run by the government and is the best of plans, and Medicare Advantage, which is when you hand over the control of your Medicare to a random company and they get to decide the benefits that you get. They may offer you freebies like silver sneakers, dental plan, eye care plan. They may even pay you to take it. It all sounds great unless you get sick. If you take Medicare Advantage, you will have copays for each of your doctor visits. You will have approximately $7,000 a year deductible, so if you get sick, you can multiply that cost each year. You will also be limited in doctors because it operates like an HMO, so you have to operate within your plan, which gives you limited choice in doctors. And if you get cancer, you don't get to go to MD Anderson unless you're in the one Medicare Advantage plan over in the Houston area, which includes it because it's local. You are limited to the local oncology office in your area. So no Cancer Centers of America, MD Anderson, Sloan, or any of those hospitals that can give you maybe the best of care or specialized care that you need when you're the most sick. So the one thing I hear from my friends is, I do Medicare Advantage because I can't afford regular Medicare. So let's do the math. Here in Texas, and I think these plans do vary in cost depending on what state or county you live in. My husband's plan costs about $250 per month for everything included in regular Medicare. And that one-time deductible of $200 adds up to about $3,200 a year for Medicare. Now, if you're on Medicare Advantage, one hospital visit will cost you that $7,000 deductible. And then you're going to have multiple doctor visits to specialists and other doctors, and that can add up a lot over the years. So even if you compare apples and oranges, regular Medicare is about half the annual cost for a sick person on Medicare Advantage. Here's where my story gets a little more personal. I found out last year that my dad's Medicare Advantage plan had an approval board. I call them the Death Squad. They give a thumbs up or a thumbs down on whether or not you get certain benefits. When my dad needed acute rehab, it was denied. When my dad needed to go to a rehab facility and I tried to guide him to the best facility in the area, his plan would not be accepted at many of those better facilities. So that was out of the question. When dad needed oxygen 24/7, they had to wait for approval from his Medicare plan to get that portable oxygen tank. Meanwhile, dad's condition was deteriorating. Yes, dad was 95 years old and dad wasn't going to live forever, but had he been given the critical care at these strategic inflection points, I believe dad would have had the ability to have gotten his mobility back for as long as he could manage it. Interesting to me is that the acute rehab admission office told me that had dad been on regular Medicare, he would have been admitted immediately. But because he was on Medicare Advantage, he had to go to this approval board. It felt almost criminal to me because that approval process took weeks. Meanwhile, Dad's condition deteriorated. My father was on a group insurance plan and he was regular Medicare until very recently, and he only just found out when he got sick at the end of his life that they had switched his plan to an Advantage plan. It was a very rude surprise. This company is one of the top 2 health insurance companies in the United States. So you can't make the assumption that you're on a name brand and it's going to come through for you. So I suggest if you're on Medicare Advantage, check out what I'm saying with your agent. And if you can make the switch while you can, because once you get sick, you're definitely not going to be able to make the change, or only in very rare cases. Thanks for watching.